Billy Abbott is a man scorned and seething with frustration on the young and the restless. After a series of personal and professional betrayals, Billy is consumed by a thirst for vengeance. His recent efforts to support Chelsea backfired when she betrayed him by getting involved with Adam Newman. Adding insult to injury, Victor Newman swooped in and took Billy's company, rubbing salt in the wound by gloating over his victory. To make matters worse, Billy's own mother, Jill Abbott, dealt him a crushing blow by selling his company to Victor, the man Billy had fought so hard against. The betrayal left him devastated and more determined than ever to retaliate. In the December 11, 2024 episode, Billy confided in his brother Jack Abbott, vowing to strike back at Victor for the humiliation he's endured. Billy's anger also spilled over onto Kyle Abbott, whom he chastised for aligning himself with Victor instead of standing by the Abbott family. Billy is adamant that Kyle needs to be reminded of the importance of family loyalty, and his fiery resolve makes it clear that revenge is on the horizon. In fact, Billy might have found the perfect pawn for his plan, Claire Grace Newman. Victor's fixation on his newly discovered granddaughter, coupled with Kyle's romantic involvement with her, presents Billy with an opportunity to hit them where it hurts. He might decide to seduce Claire, using their relationship as a weapon to humiliate both Victor and Kyle. This tactic wouldn't be new for Billy, who has a history of seeking vengeance through scandalous relationships. Longtime fans of Y&R will recall that Billy previously sought revenge by sleeping with Summer Newman, creating turmoil for Nick and Phyllis. He's also had a turbulent marriage to Victoria Newman, another chapter in his rocky history with the Newman family. If Billy succeeds in targeting Claire, the fallout could be catastrophic, especially for Victor, who already harbors a deep hatred for him. It's clear that Billy's next move will be anything but subtle, and the drama is bound to escalate. Hey everyone, welcome back to Radiant Serum. I'm Aubrey, and I hope your day is shining bright. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump right into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, December 13, reveal that Sally must finally face her true feelings for Billy. Are these emotions really what they've both claimed them to be? Billy Abbott is a man scorned and seething with frustration on the Young and the Restless. After a series of personal and professional betrayals, Billy is consumed by a thirst for vengeance. His recent efforts to support Chelsea backfired when she betrayed him by getting involved with Adam Newman. Adding insult to injury, Victor Newman swooped in and took Billy's company, rubbing salt in the wound by gloating over his victory. To make matters worse, Billy's own mother, Jill Abbott, dealt him a crushing blow by selling his company to Victor, the man Billy had fought so hard against. The betrayal left him devastated and more determined than ever to retaliate. In the December 11, 2024 episode, Billy confided in his brother Jack Abbott, vowing to strike back at Victor for the humiliation he's endured. Billy's anger also spilled over onto Kyle Abbott, whom he chastised for aligning himself with Victor instead of standing by the Abbott family. Billy is adamant that Kyle needs to be reminded of the importance of family loyalty, and his fiery resolve makes it clear that revenge is on the horizon. In fact, Billy might have found the perfect pawn for his plan, Claire Grace Newman. Victor's fixation on his newly discovered granddaughter, coupled with Kyle's romantic involvement with her, presents Billy with an opportunity to hit them where it hurts. He might decide to seduce Claire, using their relationship as a weapon to humiliate both Victor and Kyle. This tactic wouldn't be new for Billy, who has a history of seeking vengeance through scandalous relationships. Longtime fans of Y&R will recall that Billy previously sought revenge by sleeping with Summer Newman, creating turmoil for Nick and Phyllis. He's also had a turbulent marriage to Victoria Newman, another chapter in his rocky history with the Newman family. If Billy succeeds in targeting Claire, the fallout could be catastrophic, especially for Victor, who already harbors a deep hatred for him. It's clear that Billy's next move will be anything but subtle, and the drama is bound to escalate. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Radiant Serum. I'm Aubrey, and I hope your day is shining bright. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump right into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, December 13, reveal that Sally must finally face her true feelings for Billy. Are these emotions really what they've both claimed them to be? Sally and Adam were once passionately in love. Meanwhile, Billy and Chelsea shared a relationship built on mutual dependence, with Billy playing the hero and Chelsea needing someone after hitting rock bottom. However, after Connor experienced a crisis, Chelsea and Adam rushed to his side. This led to an unexpected night together, supposedly for Connor's sake. Adam and Sally subsequently broke up, as did Billy and Chelsea. With nothing left to distract them, Billy and Sally ended up sleeping together. But does that mean they're in love? Sally is now reconsidering the situation. In Genoa City, the one person who demands loyalty on par with Victor's is Phyllis. She's furious with Michael for doing his job and defending Sharon. Phyllis believes Michael, being her friend, should only act in her best interests, not anyone else's. Meanwhile, Audra finds herself without a job after Victor has made her persona non grata. Nate, ever the supportive boyfriend, steps in and asks his cousins, Lily and Devon, to hire Audra. She may have proved her business skills when she betrayed them before, but now she promises she's changed. Nate, too, assures them he won't make the same mistakes. Colleen Zink is captivating fans with her portrayal of Jordan on The Young and the Restless. The soap opera veteran began playing the villainous character in November 2023, quickly becoming a formidable adversary to the Newman family as she seeks vengeance for her late sister, Eve. While Jordan's manipulative schemes are keeping viewers on the edge of their seats, many are left wondering if there's any possibility for her to change her wicked ways. Since her debut, Jordan has committed a series of shocking crimes. She, along with her niece Claire, kidnapped Nikki, poisoned her, and held the entire Newman family hostage. Though they were eventually rescued by Claire, who is Victoria and Cole's daughter, Jordan's reign of terror continued. She evaded capture and went on to stalk Nikki, causing her to spiral into alcoholism. The Newman family worked tirelessly to track Jordan down, but she managed to stay one step ahead. Her criminal activities included the murder of Seth, the kidnapping of Claire, and even burning down Victoria's house. Jordan was eventually captured by Victor, who imprisoned her in his basement. However, she was later transferred to prison with the help of Cole and Michael. Recently, it was revealed that Jordan had escaped and formed an alliance with Ian. Despite her increasingly villainous actions, fans continue to question whether Jordan could find redemption. In a recent interview with TV Insider, Zink shared her thoughts on Jordan's potential for change. "I don't know," she admitted. "I think her love for her niece, Claire, could be the key to her redemption. When I played Barbara Ryan on As the World Turns, her love for her children was the most redeeming part of her character. But Jordan is a very different kind of person. She's pretty terrible." Zink continued, expressing uncertainty about whether Jordan's actions could ever be forgiven. Given Jordan's alliance with Ian, it seems unlikely she will find a path to redemption anytime soon. However, with tensions rising between the two, Jordan could eventually turn on Ian, possibly becoming an unlikely hero and saving Genoa City in the process. Robert Adamson, a former star of The Young and the Restless, recently surprised fans by revealing his impressive musical abilities on social media. Known for his acting, Adamson shared a special treat with his followers just in time for the holidays. A video of him performing his rendition of Katy Perry's The One That Got Away on the piano. The impromptu performance served as a Christmas gift to his fans, showing off not just his acting skills, but also his talent as a singer and pianist. Adamson, who recently returned to daytime television as Michael on General Hospital, shared the performance on Instagram, accompanied by a playful caption, "Merry Christmas, ya filthy animals." Peace. The ending's sick, a real banger. He noticed his minor slip-up at the end, but playfully continued with a strong finish, flashing a winning smile as he wrapped up the video. Fans quickly flooded the comments with praise. Many expressed how amazed they were by his voice, with one commenter stating, "The talent just keeps coming. Wishing you a Merry Christmas." Others were impressed by his look, especially his scruffy beard and casual black hoodie, with fans writing, "Beautiful. Liking that beard. Merry Christmas, and love this, and you rock that beard." It seems Adamson's hidden musical talents have left a lasting impression on soap fans. His performance sparked discussions on his potential to take his singing career further, and many hope to hear more from him in the future. What do you think of his musical skills? Were you aware of this hidden talent? Let us know in the comments. Sometimes, solving a mystery doesn't require a detective like Jessica Fletcher or Columbo. Take, for instance, the recent news, reported by Deadline, that The Young and the Restless has cast a former Days of Our Lives star for a mysterious new role. If you've been keeping up, you may recall we recently hinted that Genoa City would soon welcome a new character named Malcolm. This wasn't a huge surprise, considering the ongoing discussions surrounding the search for a missing young man. Given the clues, it seems likely that Nathan Owens, the actor recently seen sharing an Instagram post outside the CBS studios, has been cast as Damien, the long-lost half-brother of Nate. Owens, a familiar face to daytime TV fans, previously portrayed Cameron Davis on Days of Our Lives from 2012 to 2013. He also appeared as Jesse Morgan on the primetime drama Devious Maids, where he worked alongside fellow soap stars like Susan Lucci, Erica, All My Children, and Eva Longoria, ex-Isabella, The Young and the Restless. The character of Damien was first mentioned when Amy visited Genoa City and dropped the shocking revelation on Nate. She had once dated his father, Nathan, and revealed that she had gotten pregnant years ago, but never told Nathan the truth. Amy had given birth to a boy and, unbeknownst to Nate, had kept this secret all these years. To make matters even more complex, she admitted that she had let the man she married believe he was Damien's father and never told Damien the truth either. Amy explained that she had kept the secret for so long, but now, facing a terminal leukemia diagnosis, she wanted Damien to have a family after her passing. She then asked Nate to help her find Damien, as she hadn't heard from him since his father died, and she wanted to ensure he wasn't left alone. It's possible Owens may be playing a different character, but if we had to bet, we place our money on him stepping into the role of Damien. The real question, of course, is who in Genoa City might catch the eye of this handsome newcomer. In the upcoming Young and the Restless, Sharon takes a significant step toward unraveling her legal troubles. She reaches out to Alan Laurent, the therapist of Tracy Abbott's boyfriend, for help with hypnosis in hopes of uncovering missing details from the night of Heather Stevens' murder. Sharon, now aware that her bipolar medication was tampered with, is determined to uncover the truth. As she undergoes hypnosis, she hopes to recover memories that could shed light on the events. Could she recall a crucial detail that could break the case wide open? One possibility is that she might see or overhear something involving Jordan, possibly even overhearing a conversation where Jordan reports to Ian Ward that the job is done. Alternatively, Sharon's session may provide new insight into the night of Phyllis Summers' car accident, potentially revealing that she wasn't responsible for the incident. However, there is a complication. Sharon has never met Jordan, so it remains uncertain whether any visions or voices from that night would be useful in her defense. Another potential twist lies in Alan's connection to his twin brother, Martin Laurent, whom many fans suspect of having a darker agenda. Though Michael Baldwin and Nick Newman will be present to protect Sharon during the session, the tension between Martin and Alan could lead to unexpected developments. If Martin and Jordan join forces, they could stir even more trouble in Genoa City. Will Sharon's hypnotherapy session provide the breakthrough she needs, or will it only add to the mystery? Fans will have to tune in to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, December 12, reveal some major drama set to unfold in Genoa City. Victor Newman challenges Claire's loyalty. Victor Newman is up to his usual manipulative ways, this time testing his granddaughter Claire's loyalty. While the situation may be connected to her relationship with Kyle Abbott, it seems personal tensions are at play. Victor and Kyle's strained relationship could make things even more complicated for Claire, leading to a dramatic showdown. What test will Victor set for Claire? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Lily Winters faces a difficult choice. Lily Winters finds herself grappling with a tough decision. Could it be a choice between work and love? Speculation suggests Devon Hamilton Winters might extend another tempting offer for Lily to join the family business. Will she take it, or will her personal life get in the way of a big career opportunity? Audra Charles makes a promise to Nate Hastings. Lastly, Audra Charles is set to make a promise to Nate Hastings. Despite her reluctance to define their relationship, it's clear that Audra is developing strong feelings for Nate. The question remains, what does she promise, and will she be able to follow through? The growing connection between them could bring unexpected challenges. Tune in Thursday to see how these storylines unfold. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Could Dominic be the next target for kidnapping? Recent The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Abby Newman and Devon Winters have returned from their honeymoon, joyfully reuniting with their son, Dominic Newman Abbott Chancellor Winters. Dominic has been featured heavily in the scenes despite his inability to speak, which raises some intriguing questions about what might be in store for him. Could this be a sign that Dominic is about to be kidnapped? And might Jordan and Ian Ward play a role in his abduction? Abby and Devon's return and Dominic's unexpected focus. After their honeymoon, Abby and Devon returned home to find their son Dominic, with Ashley Abbott welcoming them back. Ashley also mentioned that she had given Mrs. Martinez a couple of days off so she could spend more time with Dominic. While children are not often prominently featured in soap operas unless there's a major storyline involving them, Dominic's screen time has been notably high. This unusual focus on the young character might be a clue that something big is about to happen to him. Ian and Jordan's return. Potential for another kidnapping? As Vi and our fans know, Ian Ward has recently been released from prison, and in a shocking turn of events, he managed to break Jordan out of jail. Both Ian and Jordan have a history with several Newman family members, including Sharon Newman, Nikki Newman, and Mariah Copeland. Jordan has made it clear that she wants to see the Newman family pay, but it's uncertain if Devon and Abby are on her radar. However, there's always the possibility that she and Ian could target another child, perhaps Harrison Abbott or even Area Portland Copeland. Could Dominic be the next target? Though Ian and Jordan might have their sights set on other Newman children, Dominic's connection to the Newman family could make him an appealing target. With Abby's screen time expected to decrease since she's no longer under contract, it's possible that Dominic's kidnapping could serve as a major storyline for her character. Given Abby's past heroic moments, such as her efforts to find Chance Chancellor when he was believed to be dead, she could be the one to ultimately save Dominic, making for a dramatic and explosive conclusion to her time on the show. Could this be the twist that sets the stage for Abby's departure and leaves viewers on the edge of their seats? Only time will tell. Here are the Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of December 16, 2024. Fans can expect some dramatic twists, including a mistake from Jordan and a shocking turn of events for Jack Abbott. Sharon's hypnosis session. Sharon Newman is set to undergo hypnosis, with Alan Laurent guiding her through the process. Though Sharon is anxious and fearful, she's determined to uncover the truth. After learning that her medication was laced with PCP and overhearing Phyllis Summers' confession, Sharon is desperate for answers. During the session, she may unlock some of her suppressed memories, which could include disturbing revelations, such as witnessing or hearing about Heather Stevens' murder. However, it's likely that Sharon will only recover pieces of the puzzle, leaving more mysteries to unravel in future sessions. Jordan's mistake. Despite her confidence, Jordan might make a critical error. Although she insists she's been careful, it's possible that Ian Ward is not as crafty as he believes, and her misstep could have significant consequences. Sally and Billy's growing connection. As for Sally Spectra, her romance with Billy Abbott continues to deepen. However, their relationship is complicated by their shared vendetta against Victor Newman. Billy and Phyllis are determined to take down Victor, and their plans could lead to unexpected emotional developments between Billy and Sally. Nate and Denise's search. Nate Hastings is seeking answers from Denise Tolliver, who is set to make an appearance on December 19. Will she provide Nate with the information he needs about Damien? Fans are eager to see if she's found anything that could advance the storyline. Jack's public humiliation. Victor Newman has plans to publicly humiliate Jack Abbott. After Jack gifted Glissade to Diane Jenkins Abbott, Victor is determined to derail his efforts, setting up a dramatic confrontation. With all these exciting developments, it looks like next week will be full of intrigue and suspense. How will Sharon's hypnosis session unfold? What will happen with Jack and Victor? And what lies ahead for Sally, Billy, Phyllis, and the rest of Genoa City's residents? The drama is sure to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Recent spoilers for The Young and the Restless reveal that Sharon Newman was not the one responsible for Phyllis' car crash, despite the circumstantial evidence. Michael Baldwin, relying on his sharp instincts, has maintained that Sharon is innocent. The confusion arose when Sharon's phone went missing just before the crash. During this time, Phyllis received text messages from Sharon's number, claiming that Sharon wanted to meet and confess something. While driving and distracted by these texts, Phyllis ended up causing the crash. Premiering on March 26, 1973, The Young and the Restless is centered around the ongoing rivalry between the Newman and Abbott families in the fictional town of Genoa City, Wisconsin. The show explores themes of love, power, family feuds, and corporate drama, with the Newman and Abbott families at the forefront of most storylines. In this case, Sharon was on the road during Phyllis' crash, leading fans to suspect someone else might be responsible for orchestrating the event. Michael's confidence in Sharon's innocence opened the door to the possibility that another party was behind the incident. Both Michael and Chance Chancellor have been investigating, though they have not yet uncovered solid evidence. Additionally, tire tracks from Sharon's car didn't match those found at the scene, further eliminating her as a suspect. Michael has also raised the possibility that Sharon's medication could have been tampered with. Sharon, who has bipolar disorder, was recently behaving unusually, prompting Michael to look into whether her medication might have been altered. Meanwhile, Nick Newman has grown suspicious of Sharon's involvement and has asked Chance to continue the investigation. Michael has been providing legal counsel to Sharon, helping her navigate the situation and work to clear her name. The drama intensifies with Kyle Abbott's new relationship with Claire, which is causing tension between him and his ex-wife, Summer. Additionally, Phyllis' erratic behavior has strained her friendship with Lauren Fenmore. Victor Newman's secretive actions, as he attempts to reignite his feud with Jack Abbott, add another layer of intrigue to the ongoing saga. Ian, the latest villain, has been seen hiding dangerous plots that threaten the residents of Genoa City. At the same time, Diane Jenkins and Billy Abbott are conspiring to shake up the power dynamics within the Abbott family. Soap Spoilers has the latest news on the upcoming changes in the cast of The Young and the Restless for the winter of 2024. Some familiar faces will be returning, while others are set to leave. Be sure to tune in for new arrivals or farewell moments with your favorite stars. Nathan Owens, best known for his role as Cameron Davis on Days of Our Lives, will be joining Y and R starting January 8. While the name of his character hasn't been officially revealed, it's speculated that he will be playing Damien, the half-brother of Nate Hastings. Owens has also appeared on Devious Maids as Jesse Morgan, Batwoman, and more recently in the Hallmark holiday film, A Season to Remember. Thelma Hopkins will also make her return to Y and R as Detective Denise Tolliver. Fans will recall that her last appearance was in August 2021. Hopkins will reprise her role at the request of Amy, who asks her to help track down her son Damien. While there is no confirmed air date just yet, updates on her return are expected soon. Are you excited about the arrival of Damien or the return of Detective Tolliver? Let us know in the comments. For fans of Hopkins, you might recognize her from roles in Family Matters as Rachel Crawford or Half and Half as Phyllis Thorne. Lily arrives at Crimson Lights, and Abby greets her warmly, calling her sister-in-law. The two chat about taking some time away from Genoa City. Abby mentions that Devin has been concerned about Lily, and Lily hopes he didn't waste his honeymoon worrying about her. Abby reassures her, saying Devin is just worried because it's been a tough few months for her. "You deserve better," Abby adds. Lily responds, "Don't we all?" Abby agrees, then suggests how wonderful it would be to be surrounded by those you trust the most, your family. Lily admits she hasn't had the time to think about her next steps, but Abby comments that she's handling everything more calmly than most would. Lily credits her poker face. Abby tells her that Devin really wants to help however he can, and Lily thanks her for passing that along, acknowledging that it's all about family. Meanwhile, Devin arrives at Nate's apartment and notices Audra's presence, wondering if she's moved in. Audra teases him by saying he'll be surprised by her plans for the place, but she clarifies that she hasn't even unpacked yet. She jokes about picking out wallpaper and leaves the two men to talk. Nate tells Devin that he saw it coming. Devin asks how serious things are between Nate and Audra. Nate responds, saying it's more than casual, but they're not rushing into anything serious yet. He's happy with her. Devin seems satisfied with that answer, then brings up Lily, expressing concern for her, especially after all she's been through with Billy and the Newmans. Nate hopes she's processing everything, and Devin hopes this situation will eventually bring Lily back to the Winters family, where she belongs. At Society, Jack notes that Victor hasn't had a drink, so it's not just the tequila influencing him. Victor comments that Jack did a good job, but Jack tells him to save his compliments. Victor gets up, telling Jack to enjoy his win while it lasts. Kyle joins Jack and asks about the interaction. Jack explains that Victor's comment was just a way to acknowledge his victory, but Jack wasn't fooled. Kyle asks, "So what's the point?" Jack explains that Victor's goal is to keep him guessing and alert. Kyle admits it was a tough lesson, but Jack reassures him, saying, "You're human." At the ranch, Nikki thanks Claire for coming over and is followed by Victoria, who mentions that she was just in the neighborhood. Claire wonders if they're planning a surprise for Grandpa, and Victoria confirms that the surprise part is right. They lead Claire into the living room, where Claire is stunned to see bags of accessories, a rack of clothes, and jewelry cases. Nikki reveals that Lauren's team provided everything for Claire's new job. Victoria compares it to Cinderella, but this time Claire is walking into an office, not a ballroom. Claire feels overwhelmed by the generosity, but Nikki assures her that she'll be stepping into the family business as a Newman and must present herself as a force to be reckoned with. Nikki adds that she once had help in her early days, and now Claire has the same. Victor enters and tells Claire that he's not sure if Nikki is more excited about running Chancellor or having Claire by her side. He asks for a moment alone with Claire. As the others leave, Victor asks Claire how she feels about her new position. Claire acknowledges that there will be a learning curve, but she's eager to learn from the best. Victor reassures her that he's not worried about her letting him down, especially since she's a Newman. However, he stresses the importance of focusing on the job and avoiding personal distractions, particularly her relationship with Kyle. Victor acknowledges the growing seriousness of the situation, which bothers him for several reasons. Claire responds, reminding him that he played a part in the issues with his family. Victor insists that the Abbotts are unstable and urges her to focus on her work. Claire, however, points out how well her mom and Nikki balance their professional and personal lives and expresses her intention to follow in their footsteps. The conversation shifts to whether Jack and Diane will remain together, with Victor asserting that the Abbotts are beyond repair, though Claire can only speak to what she has witnessed. Victor warns that, eventually, she will have to choose between the Abbotts and her family. "Are you ready for that?" he asks. At Society, Jack appreciates Kyle's apology and admits he let his son down. He acknowledges that by promoting Diane, he ignored how much it hurt Kyle. Kyle confesses that he told Jack to do it, but never truly believed he would. Jack reflects on how he showed his emotions every day and should have addressed the situation sooner. He takes full responsibility, but Kyle refuses to let him shoulder it all. He reveals that his unresolved feelings about Diane's return, after she was thought to be dead, had affected his relationship with her. Kyle feels Jack moved past it too easily, but he's worked through it now, especially with Claire's support. Jack shares his own experience growing up in the shadow of his father, John, and how he tried to make a name for himself in the wrong ways. He reassures Kyle that he understands his pain, and that it's important to build a legacy of his own. As they talk, Jack becomes emotional, emphasizing the importance of these heartfelt conversations in making a family stronger. Kyle, in turn, asks whether any of the hurtful things Jack and Diane said during their fights were true, and whether Jack truly trusts her now. Jack assures him he does, though Kyle confesses that the fights felt so real that it was hard not to have doubts. Jack reassures him again that he has no doubts about Diane. At Crimson Lights, Abby chats with Nate, who is surprised when Audra enters. She wonders if Nate's family will ever accept her, to which he replies that it's not something he's concerned about. Audra shares that she had hoped to make progress with Lily, but feels his family won't ever warm to her. She reveals that she wants to win them over, not just for her sake, but for his. As they share a passionate kiss, she vows to make them adore her. Meanwhile, at the Chancellor estate, Abby mentions to Devon that she ran into Lily, and he remarks that Lily seems to be avoiding him. Abby wonders if Lily is uncomfortable with his tone about returning to Winters, but Devon assures her they can't pressure her. They share a moment of teasing before a knock at the door interrupts them. Lily, standing outside, is invited in, and she and Devon talk about their recent vacations. She shares stories of Charlie and Maddie's strong bond, and Devon, sensing there's more to Lily's visit, asks if she came to discuss more than just vacations. At Society, Kyle talks to Jack about his relationship with Claire, noting how amazing she is and how well she understands people. Jack acknowledges their growing bond and expresses his approval of Claire, but he admits he's concerned about Victor. Jack warns Kyle that Victor's vendetta against the Abbotts is personal and asks if he's prepared for the possible consequences. Kyle reassures him that Claire means everything to him and that he will do whatever it takes to protect her from any fallout with Victor. Back at the ranch, Claire struggles to understand why she would need to choose between Kyle and her family, suggesting that only if Victor took further action against the Abbotts might she be forced to make such a decision. Victor makes it clear he holds Jack responsible for the family's troubles, but Claire refuses to allow herself to be pushed into choosing. Nikki and Victoria arrive, and Claire confides that her grandfather mentioned the possibility of having to choose. Nikki dismisses the idea, but Victoria looks concerned. They discuss whether Victor is simply issuing a warning or if he has a plan to interfere with Claire and Kyle's relationship. Nikki encourages Claire not to worry about what might happen. Victor will always be protective, but Claire is strong and capable of handling herself. As Claire descends the stairs in a new outfit, Victoria expresses excitement to see her take on the world. At the Chancellor estate, Lily talks with Devon, who notices that she's stalling on her decision. She admits she's been thinking about his offer while spending time with the twins. After seeing Abby, she's decided she wants to join him at Winters and make it a truly family-run company. Devon is thrilled, and the two embrace. The Young and the Restless is known for frequently changing its cast members to keep storylines fresh, and the latest shift involves Melissa Ordway, who portrays Abby Newman on the soap. Recently, fans have been speculating about the character's future, which was confirmed by Ordway herself. In a November 13 post on Instagram Stories, she revealed that she is no longer under contract with the show, a decision coinciding with the airing of the show's 13,000th episode, according to Soap Opera Digest. This change means Abby Newman will no longer be a regular character on the show. While she may still appear for guest spots or brief storylines, her on-screen presence will be significantly reduced. Ordway, who has played Abby since 2013, shared her feelings on the change with her followers. She explained, "It's been an interesting few months. The show decided to take me off contract, so I decided to change my look up a bit for auditions. It's not something I wanted, but I love and respect my Ware family and am grateful for any time they bring me back." Being off contract does not mean Abby will disappear entirely from the show. Ordway clarified that she will continue to portray Abby, but her appearances will no longer be guaranteed. "I'm still playing Abby, I'm just not guaranteed episodes and can work on other projects. I'm still a part of the Wire family and hope they keep letting Abby be involved in Genoa City's drama," she wrote. She also mentioned that the focus is shifting toward other characters and storylines, but she's optimistic about future opportunities. Abby's most recent significant storyline featured her wedding to Devon Hamilton, which aired during the show's 13,000th episode. The milestone event saw the return of several former stars, including Abby's mother, Ashley, played by Eileen Davidson. In the upcoming episodes, Abby and Devon will be back in Genoa City following their honeymoon, though their roles in the plot are expected to be more limited. Currently, much of the focus is on the courtroom battle between Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers over Heather Stevens' murder charges. When Ashley returned from Paris for Abby's wedding, we assumed that her significant issues had been dealt with and she was on stable ground once again. As it turns out, a revealing conversation with her daughter after the fact teased trouble just around the bend. Worse, the next excerpt in this dark chapter of Ashley's life could shatter the heart of someone she loves dearly. When last we saw Ashley in Paris, she'd admitted herself to a mental health clinic recommended by her dear friend, psychologist Alan Laurent, following the death of his twin brother and her tormentor, Martin. The abbot had developed a raging case of dissociative identity disorder, so out of hand that the late Neil Winters may have turned in his grave if he saw the display she put on in his Memorial Jazz Lounge, whilst tipsy on tequila and sporting a southern drawl, of all things. Ashley was out of sight, but never out of mind as she battled her demons in the French facility, and when Jack went to fetch her to bring her home to attend Abby's wedding to Devon, we assumed everything was coming up roses despite not having the details of what exactly went on in Paris. Then again, it was a little strange that Young and Restless teased a huge trauma from Ashley's early life that had supposedly triggered the dreaded did and then dropped it. So it wasn't entirely a surprise to hear her admit to Abby after the honeymoon that everything wasn't quite as hunky-dory with her as we might have presumed. As it turns out, Ashley wants to believe that the dig is gone, but can't be absolutely sure, and the talented therapists in France, although highly recommended by Alan, were unable to aid Ashley in accessing the triggering trauma from her youth. This left us feeling kinda leery, as in, we're now certain that what we witnessed up to the point that she went into the facility was merely part one of this dark chapter in her life. There's clearly more to come. While Ash was away, Tracy and Alan's tentative romance blossomed into a full-blown love story as they first traveled together and then ended up living together, where else? But in the Abbott mansion. One would think it would be good news for Ashley to have her psychologist pal Alan close at hand, particularly if she hits shaky ground mentally again. But what if he becomes part of the problem? As you might recall, back when Tracy first brought Alan to Genoa City, his behavior cued some suspicion from fans and us that Alan might actually be his supposedly dead twin Martin. The last thing we'd ever want is for Tracy's heart to be broken again. But if Alan is somehow actually Martin and Ashley's living under the same roof with him, it's obviously a recipe for darkness and disaster. Even if Alan is not Martin, the fact that he looks identical to him could prove to be triggering should something else tip Ashley back into instability. Ashley's alters could take over again and attack Alan, believing that he's Martin. Heck, there's one alter that would happily kill the man. Alternatively, Ashley might figure out that Martin is posing as Alan and start sounding the alarm, which no one will heed because they'll believe she's not in her right mind. There's a bunch of ways this could play out, and unfortunately, most of them end with Tracy's heart being shattered into pieces. All we know for sure is that Abby's conversation with Ashley signaled that her mother's latest dark chapter is far from closed. The trauma that triggered the deed has yet to be exposed, and someone who looks exactly like her tormentor, Martin, is living in her house. Consider yourselves warned. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.